Hey, this is Don Kryptonium. Once again, I'm coming to bless you with the infinite wisdom. Because we know you see what I tweet, you watch my videos, you hear what I say, but do you listen? Because if you would be in much better place. Today we are going to discuss the merger of Neutron with Duality DEX. Okay, so before we start discussing that, make sure you like this video because you will get all the essential information that you must have to understand the situation and what's good and what is not good. By the way, I'm Neutron investor. I think you should know that. So make sure this video is liked. And now let's start. So 15 hours ago, we got the discussion, that Duality, which meant to be its sovereign chain, because to understand, Neutron is the blockchain, a smart contract platform that is secured by the Cosmos Hub, because the staked value of Atom is high, is close to $2 billion, so it's assumed it's secured. So Neutron launched as the sovereign chain secured by the Cosmos Hub. And Duality meant to be similar. It meant to be the app chain, the DEX, that will be secured by the Cosmos Hub. But there was development of the situation, and Neutron and Duality decided to merge. So instead of having two separate blockchains, it will be on Neutron. So we have one blockchain. Is it good? Is it bad? Okay. So Hadron Labs, which is, I believe, the foundation, the developers, the core developers of Neutron, they propose to bring Duality Labs, which is team behind Duality DEX, to Neutron as the core team. So those teams merge. You get more developers under one hood. The deal is that Duality Labs will receive 2.5% of Neutron supply. And that will be, same 1 year lock and 3-year linear unlock. So the tokens will be locked for 1 year. By the way, Neutron, you could finally distribute your tokens. Would be very nice. Because it's not good if you don't distribute. Also, we are going to talk about DAO. So 2.5%, that's 25 million tokens at the price of less than 40 cents. Let's round it to 30 cents. Let's round it lower. So that would mean like $7.5 million. So good deal for Duality, but that's the token that will be distributed for them, so it will be good salary unless the token crashes. But let's focus if it's really good, because I saw some of the discussion. Okay, so first of all, each additional chain deployed and secured by Cosmos is additional node. I'm on the bottom set of the Cosmos Hub validators. Adding each chain is very expensive. In fact, it could become unsustainable. And the question we need to ask ourselves, do we need fully separate chain to be secured by the hub, or it make more sense to merge it with Neutron? The costs are lower if it merges with Neutron. So for this, I'm all for that. I don't want to deploy additional node for a mere DEX. We have plenty DEXs. I said mere DEX. Apparently it's, new DEX. MEV sharing. So it actually does says in the problem statement, it was saying somewhere. So it says it would reduce cost of the Cosmos Hub validator and empower Neutron DeFi ecosystem. All of that, I don't think it's really that of important, but let's see the vision for Neutron, what they have, and then we're going to continue discussing the proposals. So they want to grow DeFi. To grow DeFi, they need to have set of the different products, right? And these products include liquid staking, lending, borrowing, and DEXs. They have Astroport, they utilize Stride, so it's part of it. And probably what Duality offers will be additional. That ecosystem connector, whatever, like kind of want to connect liquid staking. So that's what I mentioned, governance and treasury management. I have few words to say about that because I think it's absolute nonsense. So you can read this proposal, but I've seen the voices, because what you will notice, this is proposal on Neutron. So if I will have Neutron token, that's the proposal for me. And my thinking is it good for Neutron? Yes, it is good for Neutron. I saw the voices that people say, no way, unless it's in the atom fee. But I don't really understand this thinking, because if you are a participator of Neutron DAO, like you probably should be thinking what's best for Neutron, and not as the participator of Neutron DAO should be thinking what's about the hub. Hub is security provider, okay? So I hope that's kind of clear. So if I vote in the Neutron DAO, I will try to vote what's the best for the Neutron. So to me that's good move, because we learned as we have many blockchains in Cosmos, it's actually troublesome, because it downgrades the user experience. And for example, using Ethereum is much easier, right? You want to interact with Uniswap, you go to Uniswap, you connect the wallet, and you swap. If you want to interact with Cosmos, more likely it will look like this. You go to Osmosis, and you have some atoms, you connect your wallet, you go to deposit, you deposit atoms, you swap, you withdraw. There's too many steps. It's not really that convenient. So it should probably improve, and we need to think about this. So I think building and focusing on its own ecosystem, similarly like Kujira doing, maybe similarly what's Neutron thinking to do, is probably better for the end user here, So I would be all for this. I think it's right move. I don't see the reason why we need deploy everything as the separate blockchain, There's not good value, and the better value is actually grow the Neutron. That concerns that one day maybe Neutron will leave replicated security. And it does make sense, because as I remember in the rhetoric early on, people were saying, it's normal for the hub. We meant to provide security in early days. If those blockchains grow and want to leave, that's okay for them. But seems the rhetoric is shifting a little bit. And also what I noticed, because the blockchains were promised the full sovereignty, right? And it was said, like, it's completely up to you, whatever you do. And I've been thinking in regards to this proposal 818. By the way, I changed the vote because it was invalid. I changed the vote to no with veto. But it makes you think, because Neutron promised the validators you will not get slashed, okay? And that was like decision what Neutron wants to do. But as the validators got slashed, the Cosmos Hub validators decided to put proposal to slash the Neutron validators. My question to you, dear users, devs, does it mean that Neutron is fully sovereign? Or does it mean it's not fully sovereign, I think we know the answer, what's going on here. So I think it will reflect positively on Neutron. Other thing is very low engagement in the Neutron DAO. The reason for that is, once again, because it's not its own chain, so there is not a good user interface for the DAO. Neutron has its own, and it's at governance.neutron. The turnout is very low, and the turnout is low because many tokens were not distributed, once again, and you can't find it. If you go to Neutron, where is it? Neutron, where I find your DAO? Come on, Neutron, where I find your DAO? I have to ask on the Twitter, because there is the certain assumption that people know where everything is. There is already 300 chains in Cosmos. I don't know where the things are, So I assume that the turnout will not be actually that high as on Cosmos chains, because it's not implemented into the Kepler and stuff. It's different. So you really need to put it up in front of the people, and then turnout will be probably bigger. But that's the one concern, There is another proposal that's coming from Composable. So these two things, we are opening a discussion to ignite collaboration on cross ecosystem, just to connect DOT to Neutron. And that's another discussion over here. So you can go and I believe the composable plan to be the main connector Polkadot ecosystem to Neutron. So instead of doing Moonbeam and maybe other centralized bridges, which I think they also will be there, they actually want to be native IBC bridge to Neutron, cheering that IBC connectivity, right, and not using the other bridge. So we can check the problem. DOT is largely restricted to its own ecosystem. There's not as much activity on chain in the DOT. There was not many bridges, right? So if you probably build the bridges from DOT to Neutron, that should help, and the DOT as the large asset can be maybe valuable in building liquidity there. So they want DOT to be available, Astroport, Mars, derivatives. That's good. For example, Levana has now on the Atom, is it E for Bitcoin, and Osmo. So obviously, if you have DOT and you're bearish and you want to short it, that's the good option. So you build that liquidity of other assets and you want it to be native bridge. Okay, I think that's enough. This is, like, as I said, I wanted to do this like simple discussion because to me that's really easy vote. Someone said it here. Is it? Let me find it, okay? Because this video is going. At this point, it's pretty clear that Neutron team does not give a shit about Atom. They literally merge because they want to improve the Neutron offer, right? And I don't know if I need Duality and like just the sovereign DEX to be. I wouldn't even use it probably because I can't be bothered in switching blockchains anymore. It's annoying, So we'll see. With that, Don Kryptonium's out. Till the next time.